to Mic Check Waifu Waifu.
Mic check, waifu. Montel, is that you?
183 is here. What's up?
This is episode 183 of Mic Check Waifu. As always, it's brought to you by Lube Complex and Don'tTalkShop.com. Listen, if you want to support us, okay, if you have any extra dollars to support, we know it's a recession, but we would appreciate your support over at Patreon. We can't do this without you guys over there on Patreon. Shout out to our Patreon producers, AB, Aaron Brown, Dre, the GOAT, G, Johnny from Shogo High, Ked the Pro from Chaotic Culture Podcast. Holy shit. Explicitly our artist, Monique Williams, and our boy Nachi. Thank y'all so much for producing this and many other episodes of the podcast. And shout out to all of our other Patreon supporters. We can't do this shit without you. Like, we truly appreciate it. Make sure, if you want to support the podcast, if you like the podcast enough to want to support, just go to patreon.com/MicCheckWaifu. You get extras like the bonus podcast, the After Story podcast, where we sit and talk about whatever, video games, movies, TV shows, Twitter being an asshole, and so much more. You can also get early access to the video versions of the podcast. Hi, everybody that's watching on the video version. We love y'all. Shout out to y'all. And again, more content. We promise more content. It's going to be more content. And that's for real. It's 2 more episodes before the new year, Tell. I just wanted to throw that in there. This and next week. Next week is going to be our fall wrap up. That's when our backgrounds change to the winter joint too, by the way. So the fall leaves disappear, and so we bring in the snow and the jacket for Navi.
You know, I always love our transitions too.
Me too.
As soon as we switch the seasons, it's always just nice little switch up.
Make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/MicCheckWaifu. It's or at Slack. I forgot they changed it now. youtube.com/@MicCheckWaifu, which is always peculiar. Yeah, but we here, man. This is a fat episode. As you guys know, you guys read the title of this episode when you clicked on it. This is the winter 2023 preview. Before that, we got some shit to discuss. But before that, I got to find out how my brother doing. Tell, how you feeling?
Man, I'm solid. Like I told you, I just bought some stuff. I didn't tell you I put down the gym mats already. So my garage is floored for gym stuff. So I got my heavy bag on there now, a little treadmill, waiting on some other stuff to come. So yeah, I'm feeling good, bro. I'm feeling good. I'm excited.
I'm about to be your first before and after. I can't wait. I cannot fucking wait. Shout out to Rob J, who mentioned that I'm here. I didn't want to tweet back at it because, to be honest, this is a surprise for my family that I'm down here. I'm trying to surprise my mom because our family has had a rough year this year. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to surprise her like on Christmas Eve, pull up to the crib. I'm probably gonna record it. She's probably gonna cry so many tears, but I'm gonna pull up on my mom. But Rob J, to answer your question, Tennessee fucking sucks, bro. Driving through Tennessee is actual garbage. I don't know how you do it every day of your life there. Anybody that lives in Tennessee, please learn how to drive. This time when I was driving down in Tennessee, a Chrysler 300, yes, a Chrysler 300 almost fucking ran me. I honked my horn and look at this person. They're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Their eyes big as shit. I'm like, bro, how do you not see this car when you merge on the lane? You're driving straight. I'm right next to you. You decide to merge into me for no reason. What are you doing? Tennessee, worst drivers in America. I swear to God.
I don't think it matters what state you're in, though, bro. People just drive like trash.
No, man, no. It's a visual. I swear to God, it's a physical and visual difference in Tennessee specifically. As soon as I see my first Tennessee license plate, it's some fucking buffoonery going on. Like absolute doofus drive. I've never seen it before. Like Arkansas is perfectly fine. Kentucky perfectly fine. When I get to Ohio, perfectly. Ohio, them motherfuckers they just drive fast. I don't. They ain't got no patience. But like Tennessee is. I don't understand. It's either they driving too slow or they riding your ass. It's always an accident. Of course, there was another accident there, and somebody almost hit me again in Tennessee alone. Man, Tennessee is rough. Tennessee is. I'm so sorry to get on Rob J's state like that, but this shit is terrible.
Gotta ask Lee about Florida because Florida is not a joke.
Oh, try. I haven't been to Florida, so I do gotta hit up explicitly and ask him what the hell going on down there.
The whole Demon Central location with the driving too.
Absolutely, facts.
Every time at that time I was working at Best Buy full time, I used to see car crashes every single day.
Idiots.
Either on our way back or on my way to work or on my way back or both ways. But yeah, my bad. It's an anime podcast.
So how you feeling, man? Oh, you just told me how you feeling. I gotta tell you how I'm doing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I'm still here. It's 27 degrees outside.
Let's go. How's your? I mean, it ain't that much different here. Actually, it was 37 when I woke up this morning.
Hey, that's 37. That's 10 more degrees higher than this way. Saber loving it. Saber having a good time.
Man,
you know?
Is this y'all got snow right now?
Yeah, a little bit. It's not a lot though. Oh, I can't wait to get back. This is going to be a fat episode. If you're watching the video version, for some reason, my camera keeps focusing on the gill flag behind me. Shout out to LukeComplex.com for the gill flag, but it keeps focusing on her face instead of mine. It's blowing me already. All right. It looks sweet. Yeah, man. First off, I want to go right into a question that we got even before we asked for our winter sleepers. We got a lot of sleepers to go through. Holy shit, do we? And before we get into like the show proper and what I got to discuss and what you got to discuss, etc., etc. Let's see here. I got to scroll all the way down because we got so many replies for the winter preview. But this was like earlier in the week. This was before even 182, Blink 182 dropped. So, yeah, hell yeah, it was far back. Let me see if I can find it. Shh. There he is. It's the influx. Shout out to bump_D_nerd. He says, Mike check waifu. I was wondering, when do you do your end of the season ratings or end of the seating or end of your ratings? Why don't you have a waifu category, like a bonus category that doesn't affect overall scores or something? Shout out to bump_D_nerd. Great fucking question. Okay. Why don't we just add a little waifu category? Our favorite waifu in the entire show. It ain't got to have nothing to do with the scores.
We definitely need to, especially because I feel like this is the second time we've heard this.
Yeah, we we get that a lot.
We need to go ahead and throw that in there.
So for those of you that don't know and who are newer listeners, Mike Check Waifu is called Mike Check Waifu is because the alliteration, like it just rolls off the tongue. Mike Check Waifu. Tell, is that you? It's how we start every episode. It's like a fucking, it's a call, you know? It's a way of life. When you just think about Mike Check Waifu. If you don't know what waifu mean, then you probably confuse the shit as to why it's called this. But that's kind of the point, right?
Right.
So I think it's extremely special, but we don't talk about waifus enough. To be an anime podcast that called waifu.
As we've been told before, maybe we just break it down a little bit too much on some of these anime that we talk about. So yeah, let's get a little into the waifus once in a while.
Yeah, I think okay. End of the season ratings. Next week is going to be the end of the season rating, for the fall season. We're going to talk in detail about top shows or shows, and if you're talking about specifically our reviews, I think we are going to do that now. I think we're going to add a category where we just say, all right, man, what was your favorite waifu in the entire show? I think that's reasonable. I think that's fun. And I love that idea. So full credit to you, bump_D_grind. Is that what it was? Grind? Did I just make it grind? Nerd. It was nerd. Shout out to you though, man. Thank you for listening. We truly appreciate you, bro. Like truly. Like, you came out of nowhere with that. And I'm like, damn, that's some heat. That's a good ass question. So that is not going to be added to the show. So shout out to you for that. Yeah, Rob J, pick up quintessential quintuplets. We already talked about that on Twitter. Anyway. All right, Tel. First things first. I want to get your love flops out the way because what I have is kind of deep.
Episode of the week?
Episode of the week. Let's do episode of the week. You're right. I don't forget how our podcast work. What was your episode of the week this week, brother?
Love Flops.
Oh, the latest episode of Love Flops, huh?
Yeah. I was torn between that and More Than a Married Couple, but I had to make
Don't you worry, my little brother. Because More Than a Married Couple is my episode of the fucking week.
God, it was such a good episode.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Okay. When we get to the second half of the show, we're going to spoil More Than a Married Couple, obviously, but fuck, it was so good. Yeah, episode of the week for me, More Than a Married Couple.
So, Love Flops. First of all, I can't say it's slept on because the way it started, I feel like anybody would overlook this.
Definitely turn this shit off the way it started. Absolutely.
But yo, it's fucking gold, Polo.
Crazy, right?
This is insane how actually good it is.
That shit flipped me on my fucking head, bro. Did it flip you on your head?
It kicked me in my chest. I was like, it was episode, I think, 6. And I was like, because
let's not go into spoilers though.
I'm not going to go into spoilers.
Good.
Going into spoilers. But episode 3, I was like, something is weird here. Like something is off. Like something don't seem right.
Maybe it's just satire. Oh, whatever.
Right. It's comedy. It's cool. But something. It's so like wild that I'm just like, what is going on here? Mm-hmm. And then it was like episode 6. I'm like, all right. The end of the episode was leading to something. And then you get to episode 7 and it just, like you said, it flips on its head. And I'm just like, it's so far, it's an amazing demonstration of like why the beginning episodes are there.
Yes, like,
man. Because it's everything we know right now, we can look at those beginning episodes and it all means something. Mm-hmm. All the way from episode, like I said, where it flipped on its head to episode 10 where we're at right now. It all means something.
I know. It's wild.
And to know that the name itself, the float point operations flops is a power. It's Love Flops, man.
It blew.
Crazy.
It's so crazy how you say this because everything you said is I've been holding inside because I've been literally yelling at my monitor as I'm watching like, oh my God, it's called Love Flops for that. What the fuck is happening here? And to this show starts off as fucking weird. Shout out to Saphir because I talked to Saphir in the Discord. He's like, yeah, I see you watching Love Flops. What do you think? I'm like, at first, I'm like, it's fun. It's just a fun, silly show to turn on. That's all I told him. If Saphir, if you're still watching this, bro, let me know what you think about this fucking show because it blew my fucking mind. I'm like, this is unbelievable. Like, why did this just happen?
I had to take a breather. I had to like stop. I was like, oh, let me go and change a diaper or something, bro. Let me go make some food for somebody. I need to talk because it was too much. I was like, wow.
This is so fucking crazy that you bring this up in the way because you watching it again. The first I'm not gonna hold you. The first 4 or 5 episodes, you're like, okay, this shit is just weird. This shit is just utterly weird. This makes me change my whole perspective on anime because now I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, how many anime did I just fucking miss and just completely blew the fuck off when they had opportunities to literally change a 360. And when I say Love Flops is an actual 360, that shit was a full fucking 360.
But it makes all of that stuff that we saw in the beginning feel relevant. Like, even though I completely thought it was bullshit, I thought it was trash.
Me too.
I'm like, I have no understanding and or care for what I'm watching. I'm watching and I'm thinking the whole time, like, this gotta lead somewhere. There's no way this anime is just this bad for no reason.
You know what got me though?
What
got me to continue to watch the show, and this is not spoilers because whatever, it's the flashes at the end of every situation with every person that he was dealing with. It's those flashes that happen. I'm like, what the fuck? Why did that?
And even in episode like 10, you know, I'm not saying we're seeing those flashes, but we are seeing exactly what they were. Yeah. And I loved it. I loved it.
Unbelievable, bro. It's weird, bro. This is one that I would recommend people turn on and just watch. You're gonna be like, what the fuck do Mike Check Waifu got us watching? Like, what the fuck is this? But trust me when I say it will be worth it. Stick to it. Now, the reason why I say that is perfect segue. Tell you just fucking tee this up so I can knock a home run. Because what Love Flops did is it made me go backwards. I went back to three different shows. Okay. Well, first off, I'm gonna put a little pause in here to say I did watch Bochi the Rock, first episode. Mm-hmm. Del, did you?
I did not.
Okay, I did. It's exactly what I thought it was. I dropped it. No, thank you. It's exactly what I think it is. It's a band show. I don't really care about music anime more than I don't care about mecha, more than I don't care about sports. Like, music is the last thing I want to watch. Now, not to say that the show is bad. It was a great first episode. Don't get me wrong. It was a good first episode. Interesting character. I don't care. I just don't care about the music part of it. Okay. So Rob, I appreciate that, brother, but music just ain't it for your boy. I can probably assume it'll be the same for Tel, but I'm gonna let Tel speak for himself whenever he get a chance to do that. But I've known him for more than I've been alive now, and it's I think he might say the same thing. Now to segue off of that though, off of your Love Flops conversation, because of the show, there were so many shows that I watched that I just didn't give a chance to. One of them was called Beatless. Beatless is this android show about these androids that this guy he couldn't stand because it hurts his family. Beatless, terrible. Okay. I gave it 3 episodes. Wasn't for me. Okay. Then I went back and I went a little bit up forward because Beatless came out like 2018 or something like that. I went a year forward, 2019. I think it was 2019. I went to Ariferuta, From Commonplace to World's Strongest. Okay.
Oh, now, goodness.
When I originally watched that show, I watched up to episode 4 when they met the bunny girl. The bunny girl absolutely pissed me the fuck off. I'm like, there's no fucking way. If she joins, I'm not turning this shit back on. Awful. I watched it, got to episode 4. I didn't turn it back on. I turned it on 2 days ago, and watched both seasons.
Are you serious?
Season 1 and season 2. Now listen to me when I tell you this.
Now hear me out. I finished the first season. I did not think it was that good, bro.
Okay, so now let me tell you why I think it's good and why I think it's bad. Okay, I'm gonna sit up for this. It's terrible because of the simple fact is the fighting scenes are absolute. Do not watch the show for fighting. The fighting is some of the worst shit you will ever see in your entire fucking life, and I promise you, it don't get better. It don't ever get better. Now, what doesn't make sense with the fighting? Okay, my points here, my bullet points. He has these guns. He has multiple guns. He has these ridiculous weaponry that don't make any fucking logical sense. They don't really explain where he gets it from. I mean, they pseudo do, but what they do is they shit the bed with something that could have been special. They shit the bed with the fact that the episode 1, the way he got strong was by eating monsters. They should have kept going with that theme. They should have kept getting them get stronger, eating different monsters and becoming more powerful that way. They would have made for a much interesting power system. But I will say there's something about that main character I loved. Something about the characters that he was with, the bunny girl, the dragon lady, all of these characters that he was with, I absolutely loved. I didn't love none of the fighting whatsoever because the power system is stupid. None of the shit even makes sense with how they fight or what, like, it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But something about these characters I grew attached to and that I ended up loving. I got to season 2 and I'm like, this shit, I found myself smiling while watching it, Montel. I had a smile on my face. I'm like, I like these characters. I like this bunny chick now. I like this dragon chick, actually. I love what they do with he's consistent. I like that a lot. I like the fact that he's consistent after even going through what he's been going through. I love the fact that he does things in season 2 that's like that makes sense for his character after what he's been through. And I'm not going to go into spoilers into season 2.
Kind of responses.
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely. And that's what I like about it. I like the fact that his character is his character, and it doesn't change. He's consistent. He says why he's going to be consistent at these particular moments, and he does what he does when he does it. Again, the fighting is some of the most awful shit I've ever seen. If you're watching a show for fighting, it's terrible. It's god awful. CGI, worst shit you ever seen in your life. But I promise you, when I say that these characters grow on you, these motherfuckers grew on me. And I will say this, I was wrong about Ariferuta. It's a better show than just a polished shit like I thought it was. And that's on me.
So now you've switched to the whole the side of the people who really like it. That's crazy. I wasn't expecting that at all.
I was wrong. I was dead wrong.
Coming place to World's Strongest. And you know what I thought was hilarious about that anime, especially the fact that we ended up not liking it, because I know I made it farther than you initially. Mm-hmm. I remember you telling me we gotta watch this one because you really enjoyed that first episode.
First episode was real good.
I think you even enjoyed the second episode, and then something about you was like, nope. You was
it's
like,
the
nope.
bunny chick. As soon as she got introduced, I'm like, no. And she's like, I want to join you. And they're like, yeah, join us. I'm like, fuck, no, I can't deal with her. I don't want to deal with her.
But I'm just okay. All right, I'm gonna watch the second season then.
It's actually enjoyable. And like when I was sitting there like, what the fuck am I smiling? Oh, I can't wait to tell about this shit, because I'm sitting there smiling, bro. I'm like, yeah, okay, let's go. I'm rooting for these motherfuckers. Like, it's, again, the fighting will be terrible. The fighting won't make any sense. This ring that he magically has that can hold cars and shit out of nowhere, that ring came from him completing the labyrinth, but had no explanation. So for about 6-7 episodes, he has guns and like, well, you know what else pissed me off? Like he had a 6-shooter at the start of it, and he was shooting foul.
It's a 6-shooter,
bro. It's a 6-shooter. Why are you shooting 27 bullets? That shit pissed me off. So like shit like that, and I'm like, okay, all right, Ty. All right, Polo. When you're watching this show, you have to sit back and understand these missiles don't mean shit. These guns don't mean shit. This bike don't mean shit. This Hummer don't mean shit. He's making it out of bush. Like he's making it out of thin air. I don't care what explanation they give you about the world and the metals, and he's a transmutationist or whatever the fuck. No excuse for these ridiculous ass weapons and metals and shit like that. But that's not what you watch it for. You watch it for these characters and this journey that they go on. And it's crazy how consistent he is. I love consistency with my characters. I love characters that actually grow, even if it's in a negative way. It's sick, man. It's really, really good. Huh?
Whether they grow or become worse, it's a development.
It's a development. Absolutely, bro. And he didn't get worse in a bad way. He got worse in a great way. And you also see the growth, and it's because it's reasonable. Everything is reasonable when it comes to like the characterization of this show, which I'm enjoying more than I am everything else.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Season 2 was really good. All right. Shall we move on?
Yes, let's move on. We're going to the meat and potatoes.
Getting to the tots, bruh. The tater tots of the show. Topic of the show. Let's get it. There are a lot of fucking responses. A lot of people that don't even follow us on Twitter, so I shouldn't even respond to y'all. But I'm gonna get that to y'all anyway. J. Lee Trey talking about how Blue Lock is I just want to bring him up because Blue Lock episode 10, all y'all that said it ain't gonna be having a sense of urgency. If this episode don't do it, I don't know what will. It didn't. That episode stunk too. Let's see here where we want to start. Boom. All right. Sorry, J. Lee Trey. Love you, bro. Blue Lock sucks, man. Blue Lock absolutely sucks. That's just so boring. I want to fall asleep every time I watch it. All right. Rob J. We're gonna start off with Rob J. Because I put, give us your one, in quotations, winter 2023 sleeper pick. Or the most. Wait, should we go through the winner first ourselves? Let's do that. I'm tripping. Yeah, that's not how we do this. Okay, so for those of you who are unaware, for the uninitiated, we cover seasonal anime. We make sure we do our seasonal previews before we start by picking sleepers, by picking our favorites, by picking what we're looking forward to the most, et cetera, et cetera. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through 2023 winter season. You can join us by following us on annylist.co. But what we're going to do is we're going to go through the 2023 winter season. Is fucking so thick. It's so fat. And find sleepers. Sleepers are unpopular shows that we think may or may not be good. The rules with the sleepers is it shows that we have to watch. So, for example, last season sleepers. What was my sleeper last season? Eminence of Shadows. I'm a doofus. And then Tails was Blue Lock, unfortunately. But those two sleepers, you have to watch them all the way through, no matter what, good or bad, indifferent, no matter what. So those are our sleepers that we must pick, and they can't be popular. They can't be something we read the manga for. They can't be something we already know, like a continuation of a season 2 or something like that, etc. Now, we are going to pick what we're looking forward to the most. That could be a season 2. That could be a core 2, whatever the case may be. Holy shit! When I say winter is thick, winter is thick. But let's just go. We're just gonna kind of go through one at a time, each show, and talk about it. I kind of want to start off at the top, like we always do. Vinland Saga season 2. What's your excitement level for that?
Oh my god. I'm hyped for that. What was Vinland Saga season 1 competing with? Was it competing with like Fire Force?
Yeah, that's a good ass question.
Because I remember enjoying Vinland Saga. But
wasn't it Astro Lost in Space and Fire Force, and wasn't that around that time?
Yeah, I think Fire Force came as like a season after Astro Lost in Space, but it's still. I think there was so much like heat around it.
Yeah, true.
That a lot of people was hyping Vinland Saga, but we was like,
it's cool.
Y'all not seeing this?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
But I did really enjoy the storytelling in Vinland Saga more than like the fighting. And I know they're gonna love Vinland Saga for the fighting, but the story, the characters and stuff were way better than like the action for me.
100%. It took a while for me to even like for it to grow me, because I thought it was just gonna be some meathead bullshit. Because after the first episode, it kind of died off for me, and then I'm like, oh shit, no, this is fire. With this pain and suffering, I guess, that we went through, and again, character growth. He does become a little bit one dimensional, but you kind of understand why after what he's been through. But Vinland Saga season 2 is something I'm looking forward to. Not on the top of the list of excitement, though. I'll give you that.
Right. Now I know you've been waiting for this more than anybody. The Misfit Demon King Academy.
Yes, sir. 2. Our boys back, man.
Yo, Anos Bodygold is about to.
One of my favorite OP characters of all time. It's like Overlord and then him. You know what I'm saying? Easily.
It's unbelievable how really that one could have gone under the radar for a lot of people too. Like,
and it did still.
But it's like it's crazy good. Like, it's actually really good storytelling for this kind of character portrayal. Is great.
And it's type of genre too. Like, I don't want to separate. I am what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna separate the genre, because I always do this. I always separate those high school battle anime genres, and I'll just call them high school battle anime. So the Chivalries of a Failed Knight, the Asher's War, the et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm talking. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The irregular high schools, irregular magic high schools, stuff like that. This is probably one of the best ones, to be honest. Like, when it comes to characters, you literally fall in love with. They're all great characters. None of them really gets on your nerves, except for the people that's supposed to get on your nerves. And when they get on your nerves, Anos handles them, and he handles them in like the greatest way possible. It's Misfit Demon King Academy 2 is going to be something you're going to hear from us a lot, probably in our spoiler talk.
Yes.
Next season. So if you haven't seen season 1, go watch season 1 and watch season 2.
Get caught up so we can. It's like a book club at this point. Get ready for it.
Oh yeah, our spoiler talk is the book club basically. And then you got so I read a few Tokyo Revengers. I stopped reading it though, But Tokyo Revengers season 2, I assume that this is, right?
Yes.
Oh, and for reference, let me just clarify. Vinland Saga is Mappa, and it comes out in 21 days, which is kind of a long way away, but that's just kind of how the cookie crumbles. Misfit Demon King is 19 days away. And then Tokyo Revengers, which I believe this is season 2.
Yes.
Okay.
It looks like it.
Yeah.
From what I remember reading.
Yeah. I'm kind of looking forward to too. Again, this is one that came out during a very popular time for us. Well, not popular, but it's popular for everybody else. But us, we had Vivi Fluoride.
Yeah.
Other shit that we just feel was better.
ReZero.
ReZero season 2.
Not ReZero. It wasn't ReZero. It was 86. That's what I meant.
86. 86. I'm tripping.
At the same time.
Yes. No. And this ain't had none of those.
But I actually just recently was thinking about Tokyo Revengers, and I couldn't even tell you why. I just like, I kind of miss Tokyo Revengers, and that's wild because I don't think I've ever done that for Dr. Stone. And I actually like Dr. Stone. I know it's not a good time to be trashing Dr. Stone. I'm just saying.
It's random.
I remember thinking Tokyo Revengers was okay, but I actually just kind of like something in my head gave me a taste of Tokyo Revengers.
No, it's a good show. It came out. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Horizon Zero Dawn. Mm-hmm. Horizon is that PlayStation exclusive game who just always seems to have the worst luck possible. Like, okay, so Horizon Zero Dawn came out, but so did Zelda Breath of the Wild. So guess what took over the Game of the Year discussions? All of like, this game is incredible conversation on social media. It wasn't Horizon. It was Zelda Breath of the Wild. But if Horizon came out in the time that Zelda didn't, Horizon would be getting fucking plastered with love because it was a good game. It was a great game. Horizon Forbidden West, which is the second version of Horizon, came out around Elden Ring, bro. It was a month after Horizon came out, Elden Ring came out. So guess what happened?
Don't win Game of the Year that way.
It don't exist. Forbidden West don't exist no more. And the same deal with Tokyo Revengers. You got Tokyo Revengers coming out next winter, right? But you also got it coming with Vinland Saga Season 2, Misfit Demon King Academy, to jump ahead, fucking Bungo Stray Dog Season 4. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I like Tokyo Revengers fine. But I got Nier Automata, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so much. It's just so much other shit that's gonna probably bury Tokyo Revengers for us because we know what we're getting. And I think I've read this arc in the manga. I got pretty far when I was reading, but I stopped reading them because I like the show fine. I like the characters fine, but I don't care enough to want to see ahead. I really care enough to watch it, but I don't care enough to want to see ahead.
Yeah. I can agree with that because what I did remember, or what I do remember reading, it was cool. Yeah. But I'd rather just watch the action.
Same. See the drama, watch the action, see the mood swings from Mikey, all that good shit. Bungo Stray Dog Season 4 though, obviously I'm fucking looking forward to that. Yes. It's a show that we hold dear to our hearts. Bungo Stray Dogs was one that we did a review for a while ago that we gave kind of a low score, which seems crazy, but when you listen to the review, it makes sense because of the way we do our reviews.
Doesn't take away from how great, like how the story may be, the characters may be. It's just, as an overall, it is what it is.
Yep. Because it kind of lacked in some of the other departments that brought the score down. But other than that, characters, I think, was one of the highest scores we had for that show because they were great. Then I got, personally for me, Don't Toy With Me Minagataro, Second Attack, the second season. A show that I at first didn't enjoy. I gave some time and it grew on me. Again, where the girl kind of likes her senpai and she kind of bugs him like kind of like you do when you have a crush and you're like in the 5th grade. I always say 5th grade because that's what I did when I was in the 5th grade. I had a crush on somebody and the girl I was kind of mean to, but it was because I had a crush on her. I was childish, Yeah,
I can't believe you really acted that way.
I know, me either. It was the 5th grade. What do you expect? All right.
It was that 5th grade Polo.
5th grade Polo? Yeah, it was definitely 5th grade Polo. Her name was Samantha. Shout out to you, Samantha.
One of my sleepers from a previous season was Inspector.
Oh, we skipping ahead. Okay.
I mean, how far ahead did you go?
I mean, we still got some ones up here that's it's fine. We can go to Inspector.
Oh, I mean, I ain't want to take away Don't Toy with Mrs. because I figured that was, it's a much stronger talking point for you. But
yeah, true.
Inspector was one of my sleepers. Mystery, loved it.
It was one of the sleepers. Like, it was in between a time where your sleepers were fucking lack.
Yeah, and that was like probably one of my best sleepers.
That was absolutely one of your best sleepers for sure.
Oh man, hey yo, I be missing sometimes, but Inspector was one of those that was good, and we didn't really vibe with it too much at the beginning. Like, I love that kind of aspect of it, but I think just how the story progressed and everything tied in was really good towards the end. So Inspector, yeah, I'm excited to see what season 2 brings.
Absolutely. So Fury, I know we skipped past that one, but Fury was one that I started to watch. I didn't finish it because I think at the time we just had a lot more other shit to watch, but it was a decent show. Very, very wholesome isekai where the girl literally is the title of the show. I don't want to get her, so I max out my defense, and she becomes basically impenetrable, and it's fucking amazing to see because it's so cute. Not a very hyped up one, but yeah, I think what you did was perfect, Till, because I'm gonna skip to another one that I'm excited for, and that's it's a couple, but we're gonna get there. I've been waiting for Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? I've been waiting. Is this a OVA or is this the core 2? I think it's the core 2. No, the second course of the 4th season. Yes, it is. So I've been waiting for the whole thing to get done because I think that's the best way to enjoy Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Yes. You agree with that?
I do agree.
Yeah.
Because it's a really nice binge, and because you can just have it on, and story gets really good, and then sometimes it's just a chill episode where nothing important happens, and then story gets really good again. So obviously it gets a lot of love for exactly what it is.
I'm
pretty lax, enjoyable anime.
I agree. I'm fucking eating this season. I'm sorry. I gotta go again because what we're doing right now is we're covering all the shows that we know that's coming back. I got another one here. By the Grace of God, season 2. You didn't watch this one, did you?
No, I didn't watch it, but I remember you loving it.
Dude, this shit was so good. I didn't even know this was the second season coming. Airing in 20 days, 17 days for the Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in the Dungeon 4 Core 2. But 20 days, this is coming back. This show was great, man. About an old guy, 40-year-old guy who dies, gets into this world and gets because I think God killed him on accident or something like that. He decides to send him to this world to give him this unbelievable taming power, and he tames these slimes and does incredible sciencey shit with them because I think he was a former scientist, and it just becomes fucking dope watching him do he created a laundry mat and the slimes literally clean Adventurer's clothes and he gets fucking paid. It's great. It's a great show, man. It's actually a great show, and I'm looking forward to it. I don't think there's anything else seen, is it? Because I got another one here.
Nothing that I have that I've already seen.
All right, well, let's go right back to me because The Fruit of Evolution 2. I like the part 1 of it. It was fucking hilarious. It was a piece in there that had I think that had the N-word. I think I sent you a picture of that.
Oh yeah,
that poster had the N-word on. I'm like, wait a minute, is that what I think it is?
That was that animated.
It was that animated. That shit. But the season 2 for this one, which I didn't think was even possible, it did end on hey, we're not done kind of shit. But season 2, I'm shocked that I'm getting to season 2 of that so soon, and here we are. Because I think this was 2 seasons ago that this came out. Which that again, by the grace of God, airs in 20 days, and this one airs in 25 days. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And I think that'll be the wrap for everything that's continuing that I'm excited for. Now, the fun part.
So hear me out.
We're just digging through what we interested in now.
I've opted into getting the slice of life bag early.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna wait for you to go ahead and watch all the slice of life and then tell this one's good and then I watch it. Because I feel like this season's kind of hit me over the head with the slice of life bag.
'Tis the season.
It's crazy. It's crazy. More than the married couple and Love Flops alone. That's enough for me to feel like, all right, Slice of Life this year told me that pick us up, so I have to pick it up. So I'm adding not every Slice of Life on this to my list, but anything that look halfway decent. I'm trying all, like, basically I'm tasting all the Slice of Life this season. So I was just looking at Otonari no Tenshi-sama.
Talk to me.
Amane lives alone in an apartment, and the most beautiful girl in school, Mahiro, lives just next door. They've almost never spoken until the day he sees her in distress on a rainy day and lends her his umbrella. To return the favor, she offers him help around the house, and the relationship slowly begins to blossom as the distance between them closes. And I was like, all right, this is me and my wife right here, right now. But no, I do. I want to pick this one up for sure. So I'm just going to. I know we ain't picking sleepers yet, but I'm gonna.
Yeah. We
gonna look up a bit.
Hey, that's very interesting, very intriguing, because obviously that was your boy was gonna look at that. And I'm just gonna discuss this. Nier Automata. Shout out to at Rob J. Actually, I'm gonna read what Rob J said. He said because he said before he picked a sleeper. I found it. He said, also, I'm gonna read the sleeper, but I'm gonna read this one first. He said, also, I don't know about video games, so I'm looking forward to hearing you talk about that Nier joint because it looks really, really good. Now, Nier Automata is one of my top 5 actually video games of all time. Top 3 JRPGs of all time. For those of you that don't know, how do I want to explain this? Nier Automata take place in a future where automatons, and it's automata. Like, I don't understand. I hate when people call it automata. That pisses me off so much for some reason, because it's literally about automatons. I don't hear people calling them automatons or whatever the fuck, but it's about automatons basically warring against consider it iRobots, but they send automatons to fight for them. And the human race is basically almost virtually gone, extinct from these robots that kind of took over the world. And when I say that Nier Automata is so special because it follows 2B, I don't even know what the main character is 2B. That's interesting. Okay. Oh fuck! If this is going to be Nier Automata, I don't even want to discuss anything else. Let me just say this: the game is so crazily structured. Like, it has 17 different game genres in it. Like, 1 minute you'll be side scrolling, the next minute you'll be playing a twin stick shooter, the next minute you'll be playing an action RPG, the next minute you'll be playing a platformer. Like, it just has all these different game genres built in one that are just so seamlessly weaved together. And the story, bro, the story is fucking so deep, so fucking deep. For perspective, I don't know how the fuck they're gonna do this in the anime, but for perspectives, there are how many letters in the alphabet?
25.
There are 26 different endings in Nier Automata. 26 different endings in the video game that you play in Nier Automata. So what that means is my ending that I had, that I just left as my considered canon ending, is completely different from somebody else because of something you done because you took a wrong turn somewhere else. Nier Automata is going to be so special. Again, I don't know how this shit is going to work in anime form, but one of the bosses you fight I've seen in the trailer, that boss fight is incredible. The characters are and unbelievable. Oh yeah, fuck! I should have mentioned this during the Ariferuta, but I love the voice acting, the English dub voice acting for Ariferuta. I forgot to mention that, some of the best, but I bring that up to say that the voice acting in Nier, the video game, and English dub cast, absolutely incredible. Some of the best you'll find, just like in Ariferuta. Like, the dub cast is unbelievable, and I hope they bring the same dub cast back from it. But to be fair, most video game anime adaptations don't be good. Okay. But I'm expecting this one to be great because it's coming from Aniplex and Square Enix. So I'm going to assume that because it's coming directly from them, that the adaptation is going to be decent enough. But it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. but I'm looking forward to it. Oh, and also what's so good about Nier is that in the video game, you get these things called you get programs, and you can literally take out spoilers for one of the endings. You can take out your operating system and you blow up, and that's the end of the game. That's one ending. Like it's fucking incredible. Like you could take away the mini map of operating system from your character, and she just doesn't have a mini map the entire game, but she has more abilities to add different power up slots to her operating system. So it's a very interesting concept in the video game world, the JRPG aspect of it. But the show, I'm so looking forward to what this is about to be, bro. It says, for perspective though, it says everything that lives is designed to end. We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. The smash hit action RPG from Square Enix announces that an anime adaptation of Nier Automata. All right, sorry, I got a little amped.
I would say if Toilet Bound Kaneko-kun is any idea of what Square Enix is going to give us in terms of animation, obviously this is going to be... Yeah,
I mean, it's Aniplex, but we already know Aniplex is the truth.
Yeah, it's going to look amazing. Sheesh. So are we watching Spy Classroom?
Talk to me.
Conflict-ravaged nations now deploy covert operations instead of missiles. Lily is recruited into spy training, but her practical skills are absolutely abysmal. Uh-oh, we gonna have one of them kind of stories. Mm-hmm. Desperate to pass, she leaps at the chance to join the mysterious Tomoshibi team. Too bad the team is filled with even more hopeless spies. Together they must conquer the impassable mission, or impossible, I'm assuming is what they meant to spell, and best their genius instructor, but the true purpose behind their classroom is more harrowing than they can imagine. It might actually be like, what's that called? Classroom Elite?
Yeah, let's swing back to Rob J. He said, make sure you put emphasis on a one. But he said, I'm rolling with Spy Classroom. It looks really badass. Gives me Lakoya's Recoil vibes.
Oh, okay.
I haven't watched that one, so I defer to you on that.
Yeah, so I thought the Lakoya's Recoil was really actually decent.
Very high rated anime.
It could have had a... It's not that the ending wasn't solid. The last two episodes leading to the ending were not solid, but the ending was solid.
Interesting.
So I do think it'll be, if it has something like that, I think it has some stuff it can improve on, but it's still good.
Kevin Pro says Spy Classroom looks wholesome based on the description and the cover art. I hope it's worth it.
That's what I'm thinking. Because I feel like there's no way they're all bad spies, and like this is meant to be anything other than wholesome, because it's just about to be fun.
And I don't mind fun. The problem is I'm not going to talk about my problem I have with this particular one, but I'm not going to talk about it. I'll save that for offline and I'll tell you about it, but why?
Okay.
But yeah, we'll move on from that one. We'll just go from that. Let's see here. I'm trying to go to one that I know that I saw on our Twitter to incorporate. Okay. Let's go here. Sorry, I'm computer loading up kind of slow right now.
All right. You said...
Yeah, here we go. He says, this is going to go for Rob, actually, aka the father of Vash, from Dad Needs to Talk podcast. Make sure y'all check out Dad Needs to Talk podcast. A great show over there. He says, my sleeper is adventurers who don't believe in humanity will save the world. He says, this is originally was not on my radar, but I got to read the first volume of the manga the other day and was sold on it. Side note, 2023 is stacked. They already announced the 2024 anime. It's going to be a great year. Absolutely true about that. But the ones he's referring to, damn it, I just fucking had it pulled up and then I lost it. I'm a doofus. Please forgive me. I was rolling smooth too. Where did it go? There it is. Yeah, adventurers who don't believe in humanity will save the world, which is also one that our boy from Chaotic Culture and And Shogoha says, he says, okay, since Rob J already chose Spy Classroom, I'm going to go with another one. I hope I don't pick wrong. Negan Fusion, adventurers who don't believe in humanity will save the world. So that's also Ked the Pro Sleeper. So Ked the Pro and the father of Vash, aka Dad Needs to Talk podcast, is choosing the same thing. This one is Nick used to be a member of a veteran adventurers party, helping his undisciplined friends with the accounts whenever he could. But what was his reward? Getting accused of embezzlement and kicked out by the leader he respected. Before long, he finds a few other jaded adventurers and kindred spirits, and together they form their own unstoppable party. Does that sound familiar to you?
These all sound. I'm gonna say the last couple to sound. What does it sound like?
I'm gonna help you out. Beast Tamers. He get kicked out because he gets blamed for embezzlement. So, what was his? So, before long, he finds a few jaded adventurers and kindred spirits, and together they find their own unstoppable party.
Wait, are we getting into that realm where this is going to be almost like that school system when that school drama and Magical Powers became the Blazers series? Yeah, we'll get like the Ultimate Party series now.
That's what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking. How overpowered characters was one of them. Now it's going to be getting kicked out of your adventuring party isekais. Yeah, I think this is a good choice, y'all. Both Dad Needs to Talk podcast and Chaotic Culture. I think this one is a great choice, to be honest. Let me just say that. You got another one?
Reborn to Master the Blade. It doesn't seem like an isekai, but it's definitely going to be a fantasy one. So
Reborn to Master the Blade, huh?
Yeah, from Hero King to Extraordinary Squire. After living a life devoted to serving his country and people, Anglaise one wished to be free of a king's burden and train was actually heard. And to train was actually heard. But as a beautiful girl, reborn in the far future as a daughter to renowned knights, Anglaise can now focus on mastering the martial arts. The wish has been granted, and Anglaise will be on the front lines, fulfilling the dream of becoming the strongest knight. So he goes from being a king to being born the daughter of one of the strongest knights. Yeah. And basically he gets to do what he wanted to do, is actually fight. So now he gets his chance to fight on the front lines and actually learn what he always do.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that one to you.
All right, I'm gonna take it.
I'm gonna leave that one to you for sure. Something about that, it just ain't sitting right with me. Let's go over to this other one that I've seen a lot of.
Is he turning to a girl?
Where is it? There it is. Yeah, it's something about this. Okay. A show called Buddy Daddies. This was one I've seen quite a few people talk about, but to give credit where credit is due, let me just find it in our tweets. I should really just have these pulled up in a Google Doc like a smart man would, but nope, I'm not smart. Somebody who don't follow us on Twitter, make sure you follow us on Twitter at MikeCheckWaifu. But this comes from Paris France 98. It says, "Oh, sleeper picks. Well, I have a bunch, but I'll just say Buddy Daddies." And a lot of people commented on her thread saying, "I'm so glad that I'm not the only one excited for this series." From Stony. I've been seeing this, and it's definitely on my list from somebody who does follow us, actually, Frankie Lake. I lied, he doesn't. Okay, never mind. Titania says, "I'm excited for this one too." A bunch of people like responded to her tweet saying they're excited about it, but all the fucking description says it's two contract criminals are up against the biggest mission yet, taking care of a child. This airs in 18 days, 8 hours. I think I'm cool.
I mean, it's reasonable. It's reasonable.
Yeah. I think I'm good on that.
I might give it an episode or two. We'll see. See how it goes. So are we getting, is farming anime going to be a thing too now?
Talk to me.
Isekai, Nanbiri, and I think it's Noka. My Japanese is a little rusty. After Hiraku dies of a serious illness, God brings him back to life, gives his health and youth back, and sends him to a fantasy world of his choice. In order to enjoy a second shot, God bestows upon him the almighty farming tool. Watching as Hiraku digs, chops, and plows in another world, in this laid-back farming fantasy. He's gonna be a farmer, but it shows he has two women.
Of course he does. Yeah.
And I want to see if this evolves into some farming romance. I'm adding this slice life to my list, like I said earlier. I'm giving it all a shot now.
So does it seem like a slice of life, or is it an isekai where he becomes strong as a farmer?
I think it's a easy life.
What's it called again?
Easy life. Isekai life.
No, I mean the show. What's the show called again?
Isekai Nanbiri Noka.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna set that as planning too.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot. See what episode 7 brings.
He said, "Is this gonna be the one with the farming anime?" That's actually hilarious because, like, for real, it's been a consistent theme. Now we know damn well that this shit takes time, but that's interesting.
But like the spy anime too. We got that.
Yep.
Michio's core family confirmed.
Yeah, bro. Listen, y'all don't know. Michio's core family is something we've shipped since fucking October of 2019, I believe it was. One that kind of helped this show get started too. It's a great series. I'm just looking here, scrolling through the list here. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you when I'm not gonna watch, even though it's an ecchi romance. But my life as a Inuki-san's dog, I'm good. The guy turns into his crush's dog basically. It airs in 18 days. I'm gonna skip that. I'm gonna skip that because I don't really care about looking at the perspective from a dog's eye. I'm a human. Tomo-chan, I'm gonna go to this one though. Tomo-chan is a girl. A boyish high school girl, Aizawa Toma, finally managed to tell her childhood friend June that she's got a crush on him. Unfortunately, her confession goes right over his head. He didn't realize that she was a girl until junior high. And even now, June still thinks of her as a bro. How can Tomo-chan possibly convince him otherwise and win June's heart? What a fucking synopsis that is right there.
Yeah, that actually, that's a polo ass anime right there.
Let me talk to him. To rewind a little bit though, let's go to our boy TCBNYC. Says Buddy Daddies is a PA Works original, so it can go either way. But seeing that they did Akabume War, I've been loving that. So I hope that this is in the style of that as well. So a lot of people for the Buddy Daddy one. Again, I'm probably not gonna touch it until I hear otherwise. But I must.
I'm playing out. I'm gonna check it out.
Good. At least one of us will. But I will say, I know I got somebody that's mentioned Tomo-chan's. I gotta find it though. There's so many replies. Holy shit. Yeah, here it is. TK Does Nothing. Shout out to @TK Does Nothing. He says Tomo-chan is a girl since I've been getting more of my slice of life back. I had to reply to that comment. I said, let's go. That makes me happy to see. Getting into your slice of life bag is important, I think, because slice of life is literally some of the best shit, the most entertaining shit to watch, I should say. But this looks like this is going to be one of the first things that show up because it airs in 16 days.
Yeah.
Which means we have a little bit more than a couple of weeks. I'm really, really looking forward to that one. I don't know how this is going to work though. That's what makes it so intriguing though.
I'm just looking at, like, it's a metric shit ton of slice of life in here.
So much slice. I'm fucking eating this winter, bro. I am eating.
Your plate is full. I gotta fill up my plate with yours.
Well, let's go to some more of the listeners then. Let's go to Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible as a sleeper of somebody else that don't follow us, which we need to correct, is no MFW anime. She says Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible, as well as one of our favorite people, Crystal. I lied. Crystal didn't say that. Crystal says the girl next door spoiled me rotten. That's the one you said, right? You mentioned that one already, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that one, that's the one you look for. Sorry, Crystal, I missed it. And then she says she's most excited for the Misfit Demon King Academy season 2, part 1. Like we are, of course. Yeah, that was our shit. That was me, Crystal, Tail shit. We would talk about that almost every week. But to get into this, Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible. This is one I'm looking forward to too, because this reminds me of Tagia, teasing Master Tagia-san. But it's Junta Shirashi just being one, just has one goal: to experience youth to the fullest. But this is easier said than done. Junta is so socially invisible that people at school would swear he skipped class even when he's sitting right behind them. Everything changes when Junta meets Nagisa Kubo. She's the only person who pays Junta any attention, and her constant teasing is sure to turn Junta's quiet life upside down, because Kubo won't let me be invisible. Man.
So yeah, that was one of the first slice of life I saw on the list, and I was like, "Yep, just to add it on there," because that in itself, as soon as I look at that, was like,
I can't wait. I hope you like it, man.
It's something about this, bro. I'm really looking. Like I said, I'm really looking for a lot of this slice of life this season. Hear me out.
Talk to me.
Y'all know we Isekai fan over here.
Yes, we are.
But we like a good Isekai story, and I'm hoping this is a good one, because this actually looks kind of like it might be interesting. But it says saving 80,000 gold in another world for my retirement. I just read the synopsis, and it actually seems mad interesting, bro.
What is it?
Misa has an 18-year-old girl who's often mistaken for a middle schooler due to her childlike face and small stature. The story begins when she loses her parents and her older brother at the same time in an accident and ends up all alone in the world. Boom. I was like, oh, okay. Might have some depth here. She fails her university entrance exams due to the shock of losing her family. There are people who are after her parents' insurance money. She doesn't know whether she should go to college or start working. There are also lots of expenses to worry about, including living expenses and costs of maintaining the house. One day, as she's worrying about how she'll survive, she's given the world jumping ability by a mysterious being that allows her to go back and forth between this world and an isekai. Now that she has this ability, she comes up with a plan for the future in which she saves 1 billion yen in each world for a total of 2 billion yen, 80,000 gold coins. So I'm like, this is going to be kind of funny, but I feel like it's some story here.
Yeah, like deep story too, not just anything surface level. Which is very, dude, there's so much fucking shit this winter, bro. It's so much shit. Let me go to our homie, Huey TJ. Huey TJ2 says, just saw the trailer, only on High Dive. A lot of gyms are on that site, but he says, Giant Beast of Ours is my sleeper. Giant Beast of Ours. You see that anywhere, Till?
Yeah, it's right here, actually. It's Fantasy. Episode 1 airs in 18 days.
Oh, I see it right here. Yeah. The story takes place in the age of swords, heroes, and myths. Giant beasts created the land, but the humans stole that land. Oh, this angered the beasts who were then started eating humans. And in order to fight back, humans called upon the gods. The Koya beasts started spreading around the world, causing great damage, but humans fought back by hunting the Koyoju. Kaioju? I'm assuming it says Kaioju.
That's essentially what they're going for.
Humanity is also prospered by using the dissected parts of the beast. Oh no, sorry. Dissected parts of the beast. Jiro is a man who escaped death, and he hunts the Kaioju to earn a living. He meets 20 and Second Kumi. His fucking name. Who's being chased by someone. Jiro and his friends then start to uncover the secrets of this world. Oh, so this is deeper than that. I'm adding this to the list for sure. It's deeper than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be some, what does that remind me of? So like some weird mecha anime. I forget what it's called.
It's a mecha anime I feel like I just recently watched. I think last year, me and Dad likes to talk podcast, Bash. About it, but it was I can't remember what the name is right now.
Decadence.
Yes, Decadence. That's exactly what it was.
Yep.
This reminds me of that, but less goofy.
Less goofy for sure. Let's see here. We got anybody else that I don't want to miss anybody, even if you're not following us back on Twitter. Somebody gave me one that's not of this season, I don't think. So I'm not even going to read that one. Let's see here. We already said Crystal. She's a romance slice of life. Oh, Ubi Allen just gives us a question. He says, what are your thoughts on Spy Family series? Are you looking forward to season 2? Yes. I love Spy Family. I think Spy Family is really good. I do feel what Crystal feels when she says that what's her face is kind of getting grating. Mm-hmm. But Anya. I still enjoy the show. Anya, yeah. I still enjoy the show quite a bit. So
I think Spy Family has a very important place because it's not to be taken too seriously, yes. But it just has its amazing moments, and then it's, like I said, right back to not being taken seriously.
Love it. Absolutely. I agree with that wholeheartedly. So one that I saw we neither one of us mentioned, which got to me, and I think we're going to do a couple, maybe one more after this, 2 more after this, and we can get into picking our spoilers and our most excited. But a fantasy slice of life, chilling in my 30s after getting fired from the Demon King's army. This seems interesting because this story centers around Dario, a soldier in the Dark Lord's army who cannot use magic. Instead, he wields his intellect and innovative as an assistant. An initiative. Sorry, I'm apparently need hooked on phonics. His intellect and his Stop, as an assistant to one of the Dark Lord's most trusted captains. But when the captain is summarily replaced, Dario also loses his privileged position and is fired. In disappointment, he retires in a village of humans, getting a new start at life, using his abilities to accept requests for help. So basically, he gets fired from the Demon Lord's army, and he takes requests from the village, what seems to be like a little quaint village, and helps them kind of get around. Definitely one I'm looking forward to. Starts in 19 days. Seems very interesting.
Yeah, that one I accidentally scrolled past on because I did see that name and wanted to add it to my list of things, but I clicked on one of these other ones. But yeah, what's the next one we're looking at here?
Neither one of us talked about Trigun, but I think it's safe to assume we're both excited. Yeah, okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. We're both excited for that one.
My apologies to all the big Trigun fans. It's a given. We are watching Trigun.
Absolutely. Isn't it Netflix though, or is it Crunchyroll? It's Crunchyroll. Thank God.
Okay, it's Crunchyroll. Yeah, that's good. Because you know how Netflix do.
Yeah, we gotta wait 7 weeks for the rest of it after we get 3 episodes or some dumb shit like that.
Okay, let's see. That's one of the school animes. The Ice Blade Sorcerer shall rule the world.
Oh wait, high school battle anime?
It looks like it.
Oh shit!
The Arnold Academy of Magic is a school for the elite, and Ray White is just your ordinary guy. In fact, he doesn't seem particularly skilled with magic at all, and is a bit of a klutz. Which is why he has nothing to do with the rumor that one of the great magicians, the Ice Blade Sorcerer, is a member of the incoming class, right?
Oh my God. This is hilarious because looking at this is you got a redhead girl named Amelia Rose. You got the main character, Ray White. You got the white-haired chick, Elisa Griffith. This is literally every single high school battle anime we've ever watched and talked about.
This is Shuriel Fell Knight, and what was yours?
Asterisk War.
Asterisk War. It's exactly that. And every other spin-off of that same series.
That's fucking hilarious, bro. I cannot believe it. But best believe I'm gonna watch it because it's gonna have some romance and probably some harem-esque etchiness in it. It's probably gonna be whack. It's probably gonna be whack, but you know what? I'm here for it.
We're gonna watch it.
We're gonna watch it.
Enjoy it still.
Somehow find a way. We're gonna find a way. All right, Tel. And with that, I don't think there's anything else we want to kind of discuss here. If we miss anything, make sure you guys follow us on Twitter at Mike Check by Fu. Give us any suggestions you think we should pick up anything or watch anything, and of course we'll give it a try. We always give it a try, the old college try, even if it doesn't work out. Shout out to Dad Needs to Talk podcast. Love that guy. But with that being said, let's do our most anticipated. Taylor, what is your most anticipated? It's hard because it's a lot of fucking shows.
I'm stuck between the saving 80,000 gold coins in another world.
Your most anticipated?
Yeah, I kind of. Well, no. Oh, all right. I was thinking about stuff we haven't already seen. No. Most anticipated. I'm definitely going with. Oh my god.
Yeah. Right.
I'm probably gonna go with Nier Automata.
That was gonna be my choice, but that's okay. Obviously, you know what? Because I know Misfitted Demikin Academy 2 is going to be fantastic. I know Bungo Stray Dogs 4 is going to be fantastic. And I know Tokyo Revenge is going to be fantastic. So I have to say it's going to be one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite video games. So my most anticipated will be Nier Automata. I'm lucky that I don't have to pick this as a sleeper because I know so much about it already. So I think it's still something we're going to watch. We both going to watch.
Yeah, we definitely watch that one.
Okay. Sure. So I don't have to pick it as a sleeper, but yeah. Now, as far as sleeper goes, I guess I'll start here since I made you start with the most anticipated. Oh, this is fucking tough, man. This is so tough. This is so very tough. Because again, remember, sleepers we have to watch all the way through, good or bad. Shit. I'm going to choose. Is there another English site? Yeah, The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten. It's my sleeper. Just to force you to watch it. Even though you said you was anyway. That's right, my sleeper. I'm sticking to it.
I do think I'm gonna go with the saving 80,000 gold coin.
Fuck.
I do think I'm gonna go with that. I'm sorry.
Damn it, man. You sure there ain't anything else? Is there anything else, man?
What do you mean? Okay. I gotta go with that. Why are you saying that?
We'll talk about it later.
Oh my god.
What about this Revenger thing? You know, like that? No, that shit looks whack. That shit looks mad whack.
You don't want me to have a good sleeper? Is that what it is?
I want you to have a good sleeper.
It's trash, huh?
I want you to choose something else. Nah, you don't have to. If that's what you choose, that's what you choose. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought you were going to choose the adventurers who don't believe in humanity will save the world. Fuck.
I feel like I was going to watch that anyway.
That's true. That's valid. All right. Now, remember, these sleepers are chosen. We can't change them after this episode. Got to stick with them. I think mine's given is going to be great. I think yours is going to be something. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us with that. You guys gave us a lot. This is a long first half of the episode. 1 hour and 12 minutes we went for this first half. So, and I ain't got to do much. You know what? I ain't gonna do no editing. Screw it. We keeping it all in. Anyway, let's do recommendation roulette, shall we? It's your turn to roll the year this time.
All right. Yeah. Let's do So we going to here, and our year is 2011.
2011. Okay. All right. So for 2011, I can't choose popular. We can only recommend shows that is not popular, which is there's a lot of popular stuff that year. Really. Wow. Okay. I remember the Battle High School Anime Infinite Stratos. I think I made you watch that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Before we started doing this podcast. That's funny.
Yeah. Man.
Let's see here. Fuck. This is a tough year to choose because trying to find something that's not popular is kind of hard to do. Like Freezing, I watched. I'm not going to consider that popular, but okay, I'll go with this then. I'm going to choose Hanagi. Hanagai. I don't know how to say that. Agonai. A slice of life romance ecchi show that's really adorable. But yeah, it's great. It's a good show. It's 2 seasons of it too. Two seasons, 12 episodes each, I think.
I think the only one I can actually recommend is Beelzebub. Comedy, action, anime. It is not. I'm not gonna say it's amazing by any stretch of the sense, but it is like actually decently funny. It's okay. It's just gonna be. I mean, it's
episodes.
Yeah, it's anime. I don't think I actually finished all of it. Episode 24, I was like, that was funny, and then picked up something else. But yeah, Beelzebub.
That's a lot. That 2011 wasn't that great.
Yeah,
I mean, you got Future Diaries. You got Future Diaries, Steins Gate, Hunter x Hunter, Anohana. Oh shit, is that popular though? I'm gonna change my answer. Fuck it. Fuck what you heard. Anohana, the flower we saw that day, actually brought a tear to my eye. So that's the one I'm choosing. All right. We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna spoil My Hero and More Than a Married Couple. I don't think we really need to talk about anything else. But we're gonna spoil those 2 shows. Make sure you guys come back. We'll be right back after these. and welcome back to episode 183 of Mic Check Waifu Waifu. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Mic Check Waifu, on Instagram at Mic Check Waifu Waifu, and on TikTok, Mic Check Waifu Waifu. Tell said he had something to say to the collective.
Hey yo, pass me the ball real quick. All right, so
I like that.
I'm making an executive decision. I'm not gonna have save 80,000 as my sleeper.
God.
Because I might end up losing again, like I do every season. So I'm going to go with Ningen Fushin.
Let's go, baby.
Who don't believe in humanity. Adventurers who don't believe in humanity will save the world. So yeah, we're gonna hit it off with that one.
Let's go, baby. I know that's gonna be good. It's probably gonna be better than my pick, but I digress. All right, let's get into these spoilers. Spoiler talk this week. Shit, I can't remember. Episode 12 of My Hero Academia season 6 and More Than a Married Couple episode 11. I'm gonna just start off by saying, Huey TJ, I'm so sorry, bro. I know you messaged us on Twitter, hitting us up, letting us know that you was having a space about this, and I missed it because I fucking took a nap. But I needed it before we recorded because I had to do a lot of show prep because we got a lot of shows to talk about. So my bad, brother, but More Than a Married Couple, episode 11. I can't wait to talk about that. But first, let's start off with My Hero season 6, as we always do, because most people watch that. So, with that being said, without further ado, let's do further.
All right. So, as I've already read this.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
What's your opening views on this, bro?
Again, it's continuing to grow and get better. I love the fact that Best Jeanist, you could tell he's one of the top. And the reason why he's one of the top is because nothing will phase him pretty much. And this episode shows that he knows these Nomus coming to fuck him up. He knows if he let go, more damage will be done than the Nomus fucking him up. So, to the best of his ability, he just got to believe that his homies can help. And to see what he does in this situation, it was special. You could tell he's one of the best, and the reason why he's one of the best, it all makes sense. At first, I thought he was a satire bullshit ass character, but I was completely wrong about that. Best Jeanist is fucking dope.
And you know what I do find like really cool and interesting about that is if you look at like who the top 10 heroes are, all of them that we have had a chance to actually meet or interact with, none of them have that retreat personality. Right. They're always all in, yes. You know? So it is dope to see that these actual top 10, like, yeah, top 20 might not be like that, but these top 10 really, they are like what feel like real heroes. Absolutely.
And that, again, that goes to show how good My Hero can be with these individual personalities, with the way these characters interact with each other. It's just great, man. It's just great. Dabi, again, terrible character. He didn't get any better. It just got worse. And watching him fight Shoto was cool because Shoto was doing his fucking thing. I love to see that. But other than that, man, fucking Shigaraki trying to say something to get Giganto Machio, whatever the fuck his name is, up. Again, fire. To know that the anesthetic worked. Again, fire. Everything is paced so perfectly with the season so far that I'm kind of worried. But, I mean, the biggest surprise of this episode, obviously, was Lemillion coming back.
And we had that feeling, right? That Lemillion, something's going on with Lemillion.
Yeah, it was just a matter of time.
And we knew, yeah, she was training for this moment. And I also love the fact that even, what did he say? It's been 6 months.
Yep.
6 months since he's had his quirk, that it doesn't feel like he's had a break. We know that he had been working the whole time. So he put in as much effort as he always had, if not more. And now he actually gets to use his quirk again. And it's like he's jumping right back into his skin. I did really enjoy that.
Love the way they weaved that in there. Because again, it didn't come at a point to where it was inopportune, you know? It came in at probably the most opportune point to tell that story of what happened. She's been trained. She's like, don't apologize. I've been doing this just so I can help you. And that's fucking sick, man. Now we know that Deku has a way to survive this, to get this fixed. Eraser, he didn't have to chop off his fucking leg because he ain't did shit anyway since he fucking chopped off his leg. He could have just waited, lose his cork, whatever, and then just get healed by.
He ain't know that at that moment.
I guess that's true. I guess that's real valid. He ain't had that knowledge. But I mean, he was working with her, so he knew she was going to get there eventually. But I guess he felt like he needed to do that now for the now, which is kind of make him doing what he did fucked up. Aizawa, I'm referring to, obviously, kind of make what he doing fucked up because now he ain't got his leg for no reason. But other than that, man, this episode, while it was still very, very good, it wasn't much to it. Right? Like Lemillion coming back was fantastic. To see him in action again is crazy. You can tell why he's like the top hero in the fucking UA, because unbelievable what he doing with that skill, with that core.
Yeah, no boosted power, just straight
strength.
Yeah, and
innovativeness. Yeah, yep. And so basically, all he is just he can go in and out of stuff.
He's a ghost.
That's it. That's fucking crazy, bro.
And you know how he explained his quirk when we first met him. Basically, when he turns it on, he just goes straight down. But as soon as he turns it off, it shoots him out. So, like, if he wanted to go in the ground and go somewhere, he had to go at an angle. And it's really, I don't know if they actually said in anime, but in the manga, they gave us a full explanation of his quirk. It's dope. But he uses that trajectory to actually boost his power in comparison to what anyone else can do.
Yeah. That's fucking great. Seeing a Nomu try to hit him and he just bring it through and then he pops it back out again. With the force was some intelligent shit. I love it. I love to see the way he's evolved with his quirk. Like, because any other person get that quirk. If you're not Lemillion, you ain't gonna move that shit like that. There's no way. Fact. You're gonna be basic. You're gonna be regular. So I don't know. That was sweet. Well, again,
just imagine if he actually inherited all or one for all.
Jesus Christ, man, made the wrong decision. All Might. No, I get why All Might didn't steal to this day, though.
Yeah, I get it, but they do have a similar personality. But it's a really good, really good to not have chosen Lemillion.
Yeah, it is. I think Deku still is great. The internet still hates Deku, which I get. Okay, I'm whatever. You can hate him all you want. It's silly, but it's sure. I get it though. I get it. He's not your rough and tough.
What did he do that needed to be hated now?
I don't know. He's just whenever somebody compliments Deku or say something good about Deku, there's always 17 other people talking about how bad he actually is. I don't know the specifics because I don't really care that much. I don't dive too much deeper into the social side of the shit, but I just know that I get it. Sure, your reasoning, he isn't the rough and tumble main character, whatever. Get over it. You either watch the show or you not. But
he's a high school student that had no idea he was fighting for life.
Yeah, and I think he's a great character. Whatever. You guys are silly. Get it together. But shit, I mean, I guess as good as this episode was, there wasn't much to it. I will say this as far as my gut check goes. The final fight, I'm glad it's finally over. This is the perfect time to wrap it up. I think if it would have drawn on any longer than past the next episode, then it probably wouldn't work anymore. It probably just be like, okay, y'all kind of milking right now. But I think next week being the final fight of this war or whatever they're calling it. I'm glad I said that in the preview because now I'm really looking forward to it more than I ever have. Because I was thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, this was a good episode. But as I sit with shows that I watched, I always sit with them and I think about them after I watched them. I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, why are we still here? Or do I remember this episode for spoiler talk today? Or et cetera, et cetera. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, damn, I don't really remember much about this episode besides Lemillion coming back. While I did enjoy it though, I enjoyed every single second of this episode. There's not a part of this show that I didn't enjoy this episode. But I'm like, I kind of like, am I over it now, or is it too late? But then I thought about it, I'm like, but wait, next week is the final part of this arc, which means that it's kind of the perfect wrap, because as it was starting to wane downward, as I'm starting to come down from my arc of pure climbing this hill, I was starting to plateau a little bit. Right as I'm starting to plateau, it ends. And I think that's perfect. I think that's the perfect time to call it. So
that's solid pacing.
Yep. It's great pacing this season. This season has been absolutely perfect with pacing. If I had to rate the pacing alone, 10 pacing. Honestly, there's never been once where I've climbed that hill and I started to fall flat at any point. Even still with this most recent episode, again, it just gave me that thought until I saw the end of the episode preview is still a part of the same episode. So I still count that as the episode. To know that the last episode for this particular arc is coming, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. As far as gut check goes, I don't know what the fuck is going to happen. Fuck a gut check. There's no fun doing gut checks when you already know the answer. So tell I'm going to throw it to you. Where this is ending at, are you looking forward to what's coming next? Is it?
Yes.
It's going to be.
Yeah. I'm very, very excited.
Is it still speeding past what you were looking forward to, or I don't know. I'm just trying.
I have an idea as to where it's going to end, but it doesn't seem like it's at too fast of a breakneck pace anymore. It seems like they kind of reeled it in with these last couple of episodes.
Okay.
Because I thought they were going to blow past what we got in these last couple of episodes. So that pacing, I mean, like I said, while I thought it was good, that actually saves for a decent space to end somewhere where I think like is a climactic, almost cliffhanger kind of portion. So I think where I think it might end, it'll be a little bit more climactic. So I think this might be actually the most suspenseful season finale we get for My Hero.
Okay. I think they're taking a core break, right? Or are they just continuing straight through? It looks like they're continuing straight through. No core breaks.
Yeah.
That's interesting. All right. And then moving on to the GOAT of this season, to be honest, I'm going to just keep it real with you. More than married couple, but not lovers. Had everything we talked about last week. But what's funny is that we equally got Akari and Shiori this episode, I would say.
I would say we did not equally get them because Shiori had her one. So
you said what?
I said Shiori had her one up this episode.
Oh, her one up this episode. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, at the end, she got and I mean, obviously Akari got something similar, but it wasn't like this. But all right.
This shit blew my fucking mind, bro. Again. You know why? Because I love the fact that me, you, and Huey, we were all wrong about Minami. He didn't like Shiori. He didn't like Akari. He liked a fucking married woman, apparently.
Well, I actually looked it up. I had to look it up because I needed to know. Basically, the woman that he was in love with, is a tutor. She's an older woman, and he walked in on his brother and her having sex. That's what he saw. It doesn't tell you that, but that's what's apparently in the novel.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, same thing, but regardless, he's in love with some woman that he can't have, which completely throws everything we said on our heads. Because I thought it was Shiori, and you thought he was gay. At first, I thought he was gay too. Like that was my first thing, but obviously we're both wrong there. But truly a great conversation between Minami and Akari, and finally getting the closure, and even him saying, "Oh shit, did Minami?" I'm referring to even him saying, "Like, oh shit, did rumors start between Shiori and me? I got to make sure I get that corrected."
Yeah,
it just goes to show how fucking great the show is, how developed these characters are, and how developed the show is in general. They thought of everything. It seemed like.
And Minami is actually a great guy.
Of course, yep.
And that's crazy because I was like, he can't be this good.
Yep.
He can't be, but he is.
It's truly like is.
A lot of these characters are actually like, just like you said, really well developed, really well rounded characters. Yes. Like and by well rounded, I mean that like these characters support each other so well in a manner of which that like drives the story forward.
Absolutely.
And just keeps you hooked in. They have great interactions with each other. It's almost like ridiculous to see animation where these characters feel lively.
100%. And just talking about it, like you could talk circles. Like explaining this to somebody will have that somebody that's listening to your explanation enthralled. Like, cause you can easily, what makes the show so great is you can easily explain it to anybody and they'll understand what exactly you're saying and what's exactly going on. Because like, even somebody that's not watching the show, you'll be like, damn, like they'll have that feeling of, damn, that's crazy. So what happened? Who did he choose? Who do you think he should choose? Like, just, that's how you know a show is fucking fantastic, when you have that conversation. And again, for Jiro to go look for Akari after he get done with the when she found out she lost her phone, I thought that was it. I thought that was it for Sayori. Sayori was going to give the fuck up there. Yeah, she didn't, obviously, as we know. But when he went to go look for her, and she was like sad that she didn't know where to go, and Minimi popped up, I'm like, fuck. Now, because Sayori, and she did this shit on purpose, ran up to Jiro, was like, hey Jiro, I was looking for you. They Minami or Tenjin found Akari. She's fine. And they fucking deflated his gate, popped all 4 of his tires in his car. I'm like, she did that shit on purpose. She did that shit on purpose, bro.
I mean, Minami could have texted her, bro.
I mean, what doesn't matter? She came to find Jiro to tell him, hey, you don't need to look for her no more. Right. Minami found her. And she know that Akari likes Minami. So in Jiro mind, she's like, fuck. She's like letting him know, like, Jiro, hey, listen, don't go looking for her no more. We got her. And now that was Sayori chance right there. And that conversation that they had, did it upset you between Sayori and Jiro?
I'm gonna say no, because it's the most revealing that Sayori has been, like directly face to face with him. It was something.
Yeah.
It was something that was needed.
Absolutely.
So I think that, like.
But did it upset you the fact that it's happening at the same time that the Akari conversation is happening with Minami?
Because her story is like all kind of loving towards him, and Minami broken.
I'm saying,
or not Minami. Akari is getting her heart broken, kind of thing. Like
no, because Akari is right now is getting the encouragement. She's finding the courage that she needs to just go for Jiro. She just needs to let it all out with Jiro.
On that.
And this is all happening at the same time Jiro's having this conversation with Sayori, and Sayori's like, yes, I'm jealous. I want what Akari has. I want to see more of Jiro that I haven't seen before, even though we're childhood friends. Like, let's make this shit happen. And then they kiss. And at the same time, Akari's having this conversation with me and be like, I'm going to go after Jiro. I'm going to give my best.
So
pissed me off. It made me mad.
I rock. Yeah, I can see why. But here's my thing. Is 'cause I thought Sayori obviously was on a tirade here. She knew what she wanted. She was going for it. Jiro, in my mind, though, and obviously this is for dramatic effect, because I feel like he realizes now, or he's realizing in this moment as this is happening, that Sayori's not the one he's actually wanting.
No, that's what you want.
I know that's what I want.
That's what you want.
I don't want him to break my heart.
Right now, Jiro is conflicted because he found out that Minami is the one that found Akari. So that means to him, Akari's in the best place she can possibly be, because she loves Minami. So with him thinking she loves Minami, I'm fucked now, because they're together right now. They're spending time together right now. He's the one that found the girl that I thought I was searching for. So I gotta let it go. She's where she wants to be. And now I have my childhood best friend who I crushed on for so long, basically spilling her heart out to me. She's making a move on me right now. I gotta make my move back. So he makes his move back. He puts his lips to hers to his. And this is the fucking dilemma we're in, because next episode is it has to be the choice, right? Because now Akari's about to go tell him the real, and he's going to be like, well, this is what happened between me and Sayori. I thought you was all about him. We're fucked. All right, emotionally, we're gonna be fucked.
I think he's gonna be fucked. But hear me out, because I really, and is it too soon to do a gut check?
No, we could. We're 20 minutes in. We can do a gut check whenever we want. Okay.
All right. I really have like, because I guess it's really only one or two ways he can go, right? What I want is I want for him to recognize that regardless, this living situation with Akari has shown him that he's fallen in love with someone else, right? Regardless of what he felt for Shiori all this time, it can't be the same thing because he literally is feeling something as intensely or probably more intensely than what he had for her. And he goes with Akari. Because I feel like if you have that love with Shiori, he can't just say what I have with Akari is as good because it's a new relationship. You know, right. If he really had that kind of love for her, this wouldn't even be a rival in his mind, but it is. So I think he's going to choose Akari in the end overall.
But how? You got to give me the scenario here.
So I think, and I hate this. I think they're going to go back to that swing where they last.
Wait, their last what?
Where Shiori and Jiro last talked when she moved. They're going to go back to that swing.
Oh, no, it was a bench. It was a bench.
Yeah, the bench. I don't know why I'm overthinking like a swing, but it was like the bench. They're going to go back to that bench and where that tree is or whatever, and they're going to tell her, this time I have to leave, but it's not going to be like that. It's going to be like, I'm going with Akari. Boom. And then he's going to go with Akari. And, you know, it's going to be probably the end of the practical, but they'll meet up somewhere. I don't know where they're going to meet up because I don't have that place in my mind yet. But that's how I think it's going to go.
Yeah, I think they're going to kick us emotionally, right? I think they're going to give us, right in the heart. I think they're going to give us the situation to where Jiro's going to go back to Akari like, hey, listen, Akari, this is what happened. Shiori said this. Talking to Akari. He's saying this to, his excitement is overwhelming and he's just letting it all out. Shiori did this and we kissed and blah, 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 blah. He's telling her, splitting the whole fucking thing so she can, because he thinks she's going to be excited for him because again, they're in this together to be with different people, right? They're trying to get the best grade possible so they can swap partners to be with the people they actually love. While he's telling her what happened with Shiori, she's going to be fucking devastated. I'm so happy for you, Jiro. I'm so proud. I'm so excited for you and Shiori. And he's going to ask, well, what happened to you and Minami? It's like, oh, no, we're fine. And she's going to brush it off because now she doesn't want to get in the way of her love's love. And we are going to be crushed. However, when he finds out, you know, when she is a little depressed or sad about it or whatever, one of the boys is going to tell him the truth. And I think it's going to be Minami telling him the truth. Like, hey, listen, no, this is the situation here. And then that's when he's going to realize his choice is actually Akari. And that's going to break Shiori's heart. And that's also going to break my heart. And that's why I say we are in an emotional fucking wreck here. You just turned up your game because now I hear your computer. But that's where I'm gonna go with my gut check. What you think about that?
I think you're 100% right on your gut check. I'm gonna give you like a 92% right because you really drew me in with that, but I gotta stand by my gut check.
It's gonna suck, man.
You made me laugh too hard, bro. Yeah, 92%. I think you on to something. That's but I want my gut check to prevail because I don't want it to be a hard hit in the chest. I don't need them to kick me in the chest. I don't need them to keep beating me down like this.
I know, bro.
I need a clean, clear resolution. Don't leave me on the cliffhanger. Don't do that.
It's the problem with watching so many slices of life. You get so many different perspectives and ways she can go. And I just feel like that's the most accurate because you got to understand, Jiro's going to be so excited to tell Akari about the progress he's made zero progress compared to Mina and Akari in his eyes. In his eyes, she's making all the progress with him and he's making none. He's just been in her way. So now he's about to be like, I'm so excited to tell you about this progress I made with Shaori. We can finally do what we got to do so we can switch partners. And she's going to be like, fuck, I don't want to get in his way. And she's not going to tell him the truth. It's just going to be this fucking roller coaster tycoon of emotions because then he's going to break Shiori's heart. Somebody's heart getting broken. Just how I think my way is accurate here. Unfortunately.
Sadly, you know, Slice Life is your arena.
It's my shit, man. It's my shit. It's my battleground.
A mile away.
It's
maybe
my battleground.
Two.
And I'm sad as fuck. Sad as fuck about that. Anyway, let's wrap, brother.
So we just finished talking about More Than a Married Couple and all of its greatness. Y'all know what it is. Man, that gut check might be intense next week to see this ending here. My Hero Academia finally coming to a close with this big Shigaraki fight. What do you think about My Hero Academia, guys? Let us know what you thought. Polo hit us with another great song for the break. And we gave you the recommendations right before that for 2011, Onohana and Beelzebub. Our sleepers are The Angel Neighbor and Ninja Fushin. I don't know why my computer typed in Nintendo Fushin. Winter 2023 preview. What's your sleepers and what are you most excited for Winter 2023? Also, Polo went back on us. He went to watch what's called Beatless and Ariferuta. Love and Ariferuta. So now I feel like I ain't gonna give it a second judging, but I'm gonna watch season 2. Bochi the Rock. Polo watched that first episode. He thought it was
good episode. But I'm not. Not for me.
And we also talked about how Love Flops is weirdly amazing. It's crazy. My episode of the week was Love Flops and Polo's was More Than a Married Couple. And that's been episode 183 of Mic Check Waifu.
I'm at Polo Bornfly on all social media.
I'm at King Teliano on all social media.
You can follow our social media is at Mic Check Waifu on Twitter and at Mic Check Waifu on Instagram and TikTok. And as always, Mic Check.
You said.
You're now tuned into Mic Check Waifu. Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Is that you?